In the history of Islam, a person reads about a person by the name of Hatim al-Asam, who was a righteous man. Hatim al-Asam wanted to go for Hajj but did not have enough money to go for Hajj. So he started crying, and his daughter approached him and asked him why he was crying. So he mentioned that the season of Hajj has approached and he does not have enough money to go for Hajj. She told him, advised him to put his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and go for Hajj, and Allah will suffice for all of them. He went for Hajj, he joined the caravan that was going for Hajj, and it just so happened that when they were going for Hajj, the leader of the caravan got stung. So they approached Hatim al-Asam, knowing him for his piety, and they told him if he can perform ruqya on the leader of the caravan, so he's cured. Hatim al-Asam put his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and performed ruqya upon the leader of the caravan, and the leader was cured. Hatim al-Asam was told by the leader of caravan that because of this favor, he will take care of Hatim al-Asam during his journey for Hajj, and he won't be in need of anything that a person needs when they're going for Hajj. Hatim al-Asam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken care of Hatim al-Asam when they're going for Hajj, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also take care of his family. One day, the leader in that region, he was out there with his people and was out there hunting. When he was hunting, he became thirsty, and he knocked at the door of Hatim al-Asam's home, and he asked if he could get some water. They gave him some water. When the ruler he drank some water, he was really pleased, and he said, "This is a very good tasting water, and whose house is this?" They informed him that this is the house of Hatim al-Asam. So he said, "Call him, for I would like to give him some prize." So they mentioned that he's not here, he has gone for Hajj. So he took off his belt, which was full of jewels and gems, and he left it at the door of Hatim al-Asam. And he mentioned that now anybody who loves me should follow my example and do the same. When various merchants and businessmen who loved the ruler, they heard about this, they came forward and they did exactly what the ruler had done, following his example. And eventually there was so much wealth over there that was sufficient for the household of Hatim al-Asam, and they were not in need of anything after that. Many times a person is reluctant to perform certain acts of worship because they require some money, such as Hajj. If a person wants to go for Hajj, a shaitan may come and whisper to him that don't do it because it requires money, and if you will spend some money into it, it will result in poverty. But if a person puts his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and goes forward with what Allah and His Messenger has promised, it will result in nothing but him getting wealthy and his wealth increasing. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "تابعوا بين الحج والعمرة فإنهما ينفيان الذنوب والفقر كما ينفي الكير خبث الحديد." Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that follow Hajj and Umrah one after the other, for they remove the poverty and sins just as bellow removes some filth off the iron. If a person believes as this hadith deserves to be believed in the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the command of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and repels the whispers of shaitan, and remembers that this is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that if he performs Hajj and Umrah one after the other, whether he performs Hajj first and then Umrah or Hajj, one right after the other, it will result in his wealth to grow, not because a human being promises it, but because this is the promise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who does not speak from his own desire, but rather from the revelation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon him.